Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live on Christmas night. It is Saturday, December 25th. I gotta have the date right today because it's Christmas. And I know most of you are probably hanging out with your families and doing other stuff, so you can watch the replay later. But I'm all done. Well, I didn't really do much today, but my mother is here visiting, so we hung out and watched some Hallmark movies today, and I made some pumpkin bread and made some soup and bread, and it was really good. So we're all done, and I did get a little stamping in today, but this is actually a continuation of the one that I started on Thursday because my internet went out, and after I called Cox and they said they fixed it, it still was not working. So then later I found out it really was an outage for the whole area. It wasn't just me. So the guy who I talked to didn't know anything. So anyway, I hope it's working today. So far it's been working all right. So hopefully we'll get through this video without too much trouble. Hey Debbie, hey Lois, hey Deborah, hey Rosemary. Hey, I didn't even think I'd have anybody watching tonight because I figured you guys would all be busy. But we're going to do part 2. So we did this one on Thursday, and this was the bay window card, and this is what it looks like from the front and then from the top. So it gives you that bay window look, and then you can also put it down and it'll fold flat for mailing. So it's really a cool technique, and it's pretty easy. You just have to do a lot of scoring and cutting, but other than that, it's pretty easy. You just have to put it together. And this paper that I'm using is new. It's in the new Spring Mini, and it's called New Horizons. So this is the one we're doing today. So I'll flatten it out so you can see it better. So that's the front, and then that's the inside, and then it goes together like this to make your bay window. And the paper that we're using is so gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. It's probably my favorite paper in the new mini catalog. So you get all these beautiful prints in there, and you don't have to hardly do anything. Just a couple stamps, if at all, maybe some words, and it's basically like watercolor painting already done for you. And they're just such beautiful patterns. I love it. You get 4 of each one, and then the back just has like some watercolory look. Oh, that one's actually a pretty good one right there. Kind of looks like mountains and sky. But we have all these pretty pieces in here. It's hard to pick one to use because they're all so beautiful. So for the one we're doing today, we are using, let me see, I think I used all but the one I've cut. We're using this one right here. So I've already cut it down to 4 1/8 because I started it on the last video and then the internet just went out. So I don't even know if I have another one of those left or not. Oh, maybe that's it. Is that it? Yeah, no, that's not it either. I don't think I have one. Oh, nope, here's one. That's what it looks like, the whole piece. So I started with that, and then I cut it down to 4 1/8. And then I started thinking about it today, and I'm like, well, shoot, if you use 6 by 6, it's not bad to cut it to 4 1/8, but if you're using 12 by 12, it's easier to cut it at 4 because then you get a whole lot more pieces out of it. So if I did this with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, I would cut it at 4 by 6 instead of 4 1/8. And everything else would be pretty much the same though. So just a little tip, because I thought 4 1/8, then you can only get 4 out of a whole big piece of 12 by 12. But for a 6 by 6, it doesn't really matter that much. So that's the piece that we're using. And I just cut off a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom to give you the middle part right here. So I cut about 1 inch off both ends. And that gave me 4 1/8. So if you use 4 instead of 4 1/8, it just means you're going to have a little bit more of this dark green showing on the top and the bottom. That's the only difference that it would make. All right, and I've got a few winners here. Let me see if anybody else. Oh, hey, Linda. So we've got a few winners from the last few times I haven't picked any. So we've got for this one, Robin Steyer. You win this beautiful blue card with the Nature's Harvest. And then here's another blue one. Carol Alanis. You win this one, the Christmas one. You could save it for next year. And Nina Brady, you won this one, also a Christmas one. And I think I've got one more Christmas one to give away. But congratulations to you guys. My email address is stampgirl2@cox.net, or it's in my video description box on YouTube. And then I also got some more Christmas cards in the mail yesterday. So it looks like I'm not done sending some out because I got to send these people back some. So this one is from, let's see, Diane Lee. And I thought this was really pretty. Nice gold embossed. This one is from, let's see, who is it from? Oh, Maureen Wheatley. Maureen made this one with the beautiful plaid paper. This one is from, let's see, who is this from? Beverly. Beverly made this one. And this one is from Cindy Wallace. And this is a bridge fold card. So it's like that. Thought that was beautiful. Kind of similar to the one I did, except mine had the snowman there. So those are all beautiful cards, ladies. Thank you so much. And I'll be sending you cards in the mail in the next few days. Well, the mail doesn't go out again until Monday, so they'll probably go out Monday. All right, so, oh, also, in case you missed the stamp sets we used last time we used this one on the Horizon. We're still going to be using those words for this one. And then this is the main set we're using called Grassy Grove. Both are in the Spring Mini. So this one we're going to be using the deer, the trees, this grass, and those trees. So lots of good stamps in this set. Alright, so let's get started. So this is the card again that we're making. I just got to set it in front of myself so I don't forget what it looks like. I'm going to go through the whole thing with you. So we're starting with 4 1/4 by 11 evening evergreen. And then we're going to score it at these measurements: 3/8, 1 7/8, 3 5/8, 5 1/8, and 5 1/2. And then we've got our piece of designer paper, and I've already cut it to 4 1/8 by 6, but like I said, you could also do it at 4 by 6 and it'll be the same. And we're going to cut this one at 1 3/8, 3, 4 3/8, and 4 5/8. And then this is the piece that goes on the inside of the card. That's 4 1/8 by 3 1/2 white. So those are the pieces that you need. And we're going to start by scoring this piece right here. I'll just take a screenshot real quick. I'll put that in there too if you want. Alrighty. So hopefully you got that. Hey Pam. Alright, so let's take all the stickers off. So today I made a gorgeous card. I mean gorgeous card. And I'll be doing that in my next video. And I mean, it is so beautiful. I just can't wait to show it to you guys. But it is so pretty. And it's One Sheet Wonder. So we'll be doing a One Sheet Wonder on the next video. And it'll be 6 cards from 1 sheet of paper. Alright, so we're going to be doing the scoring first. And yes, I scored mine upside down. So let me make sure I got the measurements in here. A lot of people do theirs the other way. I like having the numbers right in front of me so I don't have to do it at the top. I guess you could and just pull it really close to you, but I like seeing the numbers right here. So we're going to start and score. I'm going backwards, so we're doing the 5 1/2 first. So put it at 5 1/2 right here. And let me put the measurements down. What did I do with them? Let's see. Score. Here we go. All right, so those are the ones we're scoring at right now. So 3/8. I'm starting backwards though. 5 1/2. Score that. Make sure you got the scoring, not the cutting. Then I'm going to do 5 1/8. So that's the mark after 5. Then I'm going to do 3 5/8, which is a little bit more than 3 1/2. And 1 7/8, which is right before 2. And the last one is 3/8, which is all the way over here towards the edge, and I can't really see it that well right there, so I'm going to flip it around and lift it up and do it this way. So 3/8 is right there before 1/2. Alright, so now we got the scores on here. So then we're just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to use my little, oh, where'd it go? Phone folder. So give that a good score right there. Then this one's going to come back out this way. So we're going to score that. Oops. And this one's going to bend this way. And this one's going to bend this way. So let's do that one. This one. And then this one's going to go back. But I don't really want to score that too much because I want it just a little bit up. So now we've got our bay window fold. So this one goes down and then it goes backwards and then kind of around. So you've got all your scores done there, but then it'll also lay flat. All right, so then we need our pieces cut. So we're going to take this, and I want to cut it. Let me get my little measurements here for you. We're going to cut it at these measurements right here. So 1 3/8, 3, 4 3/8, 4 5/8. But I want to make sure that I've got like 1 3/8 here, then 3, then 4 3/8, then 4 5/8. So I want that little piece over here. So I'm going to do it upside down because I need that little teeny piece at the end. All right, so we're going to start, whoops, turn this around again. I hope you could see that. So I'm doing this upside down. So I'm going to start at 4 5/8, which is here. And let me get my cutting one. So I've got 1, and then 4 3/8, which is right there. That's that little teeny skinny one. And then 3. And if you're doing a paper that's not a scenery thing, then it doesn't matter which direction you go. It only matters for this one because I want to make sure that I have this piece right here, this little teeny skinny one, between these two pieces. So I need this one, this little skinny, and this one, exactly that direction. So if it's not a scenery, you can do it either direction. It doesn't matter. All right, so 3 is our next cut. And then the last cut is 1 3/8. So that would be right here. Oh, not a good thing, not a good thing. It moved on me. Hold on, 1 3/8. Oh, that's gonna be crooked. Might have to cut another piece. Oh, no, actually it came out pretty good. All right, so we've just got a little sliver. It went in there just a slight bit. That's okay. Whew, that was close. Okay, so now we're done with that. And we're going to put it together. So, oh no, you know what I forgot? To stamp first before I cut it. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to start that over. Hold on a second. All right, let me cut the top and the bottom off and do it again. I can't believe I forgot to do that. So it's not going to work if we don't do the stamping part first. Sorry about that, guys. I know you're just hating to stay with me a little bit longer, but you're just going to have to suffer through it. All right, so just go to 4 1/8, cut that off. All right, so now we've got our piece again. All right, so let me stamp first, and then we're going to cut. I can't believe I did that, because on the other one it didn't matter, because I didn't stamp anything. All right, so we're going to do the trees first. And they're just going to go over here on the left side. Hey, Diane. Good, you missed all that mess I messed up. All right, so we're just going to stamp some trees, and I'm just going to start at the bottom and kind of stamp off a little bit, and then I'm going to go up and do some more. So it's going to look like we have a bunch of trees over here. I want to do some at the bottom too. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of trees over on this section. And then I'm going to go over to, let's see, the middle part and do some grass. So we've got a little bit of grass here in the middle. We'll actually do that all the way across. All right, so we've got grass. Let's do some on this end too. All right, so the whole bottom's got some grass on it. Maybe one more right there. All right, so we've got a bunch of grass, and then we've got our deer. Well, let's go ahead while we got the green out and do the inside too. So this is the inside, and I put grass and the tall trees in there too. So let's put a little bit of this grass down at the bottom. And there we go. And then we've got some tall trees in here. For some reason I keep stamping these crooked. I think I must have put the sticker on a little bit crooked. Alright, so that's the inside. And then over here, I've also got some short trees. So I put these short trees up here in this part. Like this. And we'll have a few of them. Let's put another set like right there. Alright, so we've got this bush of, like whole big gathering of trees right there. Alright, now we have to do the deer. And the deer is the hardest one because you want to make sure he goes like right in the right spot and doesn't get cut in half. So what I did was I stamped him. I kind of measured it a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that he got in the right section. So I took my paper here like this. I know this is going to go here. And I figured that he'll be in this section right here. So I did, let me see. That's over here. All right, so it's going to be a little bit over than this. So I kind of did his head right under this part. Is how I figured it's going to come out. So what you can do is kind of just do your pieces over and get exactly where you want to go. Or cut some scrap paper so you know where to put them. But you don't want to cut them in half. All right, so, oops, I just threw my paper over here. All right, so we're going to get this deer right here. So his ears are going to be like in this area here. And then we're just going to give him a good stamp like that. All right, so there's our deer. It's a little bit lighter than I would like, but that's okay. All right, so now we can cut it. Hey, Sharon. Linda says, I was wondering why you didn't stamp first. Zibby says, whoops, happens to me all the time. Deborah says, you could never watch me for hours. I hope you're being sarcastic, because I know you probably could watch me for hours. I can watch myself for hours. All right, so now we're going to try this one more time. This is upside down. So I'm going to do this part first, 4 5/8. So let's see if we don't mess. This is my last piece of this paper, so we better not mess up. All right, so 4 1/2, 4 5/8. I got to remember to do this always towards me instead of away from me. Let's put those over there. All right, then we're going to do 4 3/8. 4 3/8. That gives us our little teeny piece. See, we didn't cut off the deer's head. That's good, because if we did, we'd be in trouble. All right, 3 is the next one. And last one is 1 3/8. So that is right here. And voila. All right, so now we got all of our pieces done. Thank goodness. And I didn't mess that up. All right, so this one, let's go ahead and glue this down. And today I did remember my tear and tape. So we're going to put that down because that just holds it better. So put that right down in the middle. I made some really good soup tonight. Have you guys ever had the pasta fagioli at Olive Garden? It's like kind of a tomatoey based soup with hamburger and like carrots and celery and onions and that kind of stuff. And then it's got pasta in it. So I love that soup. So I made that. And the recipe's online. All you have to do is search for it. And you can print out the recipe. And it's like a copycat recipe. Alright, so the tear tape, just make sure you press that down really good so it should stay there. Then we're going to glue these pieces on the front. Oh, Deborah says, sorry, that was, never could get tired of watching you. I think I knew what you meant. Hopefully. Alright, so this piece goes on this end. I know you love me. Alright, anybody get anything good for Christmas? Anybody? I didn't really get much, except the iPad. That was the only thing I really got. And I bought that for myself. My daughter ended up not coming. She was supposed to come on Monday, but 3 people at her work tested positive for COVID, so now they're not coming. So I won't see her this time. Alright, this one goes next. So we're not meeting with the photographer Tuesday. So we'll have to postpone that again. But it was a good time. My mother's here with me. I picked her up a couple days ago, and we had a slight delay because we had to go to the emergency room for, she wasn't feeling good. But she's doing good now. She's feeling much better. And she did eat my food, and that helped too. So we had a good dinner last night and a good dinner tonight. And we made pumpkin bread today, which is awesome. I love that pumpkin bread. And if you didn't hear me before when I talked about pumpkin bread, it's that Libby's pumpkin bread mix. It comes in a box with everything you need pretty much except for eggs, oil, and water. This one goes on the inside. Well, let me put this one first, this little teeny one. And then I add pecans and craisins to it also. And I cook it in little tiny mini loaf pans, and it makes like 7 mini loaves of the bread. So you can give it as gifts or just eat it yourself. So last time she was here, we made 2 batches, which was like 14 loaves. Oops, for some reason I can't get this to stay. Keep sliding. And she took half of them home and she ate them all in like 1 week. And I was like, I can't believe you ate all of those. I still have like 5 left. She's like, it was so good. I just couldn't get enough of it. I said, well, that's just my cooking. All right, so the dimensionals, we want this raised in here so that this goes underneath. So that's going to go underneath this piece. So you want dimensionals, but you don't want them really close to this edge because you need to make sure that this flap goes underneath there. So we want to put them on this side. So we'll just flip it over and have some over here. I didn't really think many of you guys would be watching today because I thought you'd all be busy with family stuff. And it was a nice relaxing day though. I'm still in my pajamas. That's why you're not seeing me. I got a new pair of pajamas and they're like the prettiest color. I love it. It's like a Coastal Cabana Bermuda Bay kind of color. And they're, oh, I found out it is velour as the material. They're on QVC. I love these pajamas. I could live in them, really. Literally, I could live in them. They're so comfortable. All right, so this piece is going to go right here on the inside. Nothing else exciting happened today. Just watched all the Hallmark movies, but I had already seen almost all of them because today was a rerun of, they took like all the Christmas movies they've had for like the last month and a half and it did a marathon all day. So I had seen pretty much all of the ones we watched, but she hadn't seen them. She doesn't get the Hallmark Channel, so that was nice that she got to watch them. All right, so that slides under there like that. Now we have to do the words, and I showed you a trick the other day if you were watching. If you weren't watching, oh, let's put this in here too. If you weren't watching, you'll get to see it now. So it's a trick with the punch that you can do with almost any punch when you need a smaller version of it. So this goes on the inside. And like I said, if you want to do it with regular designer paper that's 12 by 12, all you would do is change all of these measurements to 4 instead of 4 1/8, and it would just be a little bit more green showing all the way on the top and the bottom. All right, so that's that. And we're going to stamp a relax on here in Evening Evergreen. And I don't know if I told you the other colors. I did, the deer was soft suede, but mine is really light. I should have re-inked it. And everything else was Evening Evergreen. All right, so we're going to stamp the words here. Kind of dread. Somebody texted me today and says, "You want to work for me tomorrow?" I was like, no. I've gotten like 5 texts or calls to come in to work this week, and I'm like, no, I'm not working on my vacation. I need a break. All right, so what we're going to do is put this in here, line it up just for the top part, so we're not worried that the bottom's going to cut off. Make sure you got it straight and punch it. So then we want to get the bottom to be matching to that. So we're going to just take a little piece of extra and put a little bit of tape on it and make just a little extender type of thing. So that's going to be our little handle to put this in. Oops, it's not long enough. I need a longer handle. Hold on. Let's make a longer one. Okay, this should work. All right, so now we've got a longer handle. All right, so put this back in here and just slide it down to the bottom. Oh, actually, that handle's almost not big. Let me put it on the side. That'll be better. There we go. All right, so we're going to put it down in here and just put it all the way down until you got it where you want it. So it's lined up on both sides equal, and then just punch it. And that way you have a little version of the big stamp. So now instead of being this big, it's only that big. So we cut off top and bottom, and now it fits that word perfectly. So you just make these little extension handles with paper, and it works out fine. All right, we're going to put that on with some dimensionals. I haven't been reading comments. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Sharon says, love that DSP. Oh, Deborah, Wendy and her husband have COVID. Aw. Oh, I hope she feels better soon. Diane says, I love this stamp set and DSP. Love the card. Thank you, thank you. Deborah, you're going to make one of these tomorrow. Good. Can't wait to see it. Debbie says, I bet that color looks great on you with your skin tone. Oh, this one? Yeah, if I was, look, I burnt myself in the oven today. Making that, I was taking the pumpkin bread out of the oven and I reached in there. I had one of those UV gloves on and I cut myself. So I had an UV glove on and it came like to right there and I reached into the back to grab one from the back because they were done a little bit faster than the other ones. And I just hit the burner right there. Didn't even think about it because I didn't want to pull the whole thing out. I just like reached in the oven, not even thinking. So I got a little burnt, but it's okay. It doesn't hurt. It's just a tiny one. Look how I got like so many cuts on my hand. I'm terrible. I worked in the yard yesterday and mowed the grass for the last time this year. It was so gorgeous here. It was 65 yesterday and sunny. Today was sunny and 70, and tomorrow's going to be sunny and 70. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I blew all the leaves like into the middle of the yard, and then I mowed the grass with the bagger and got all the leaves up. So, and then I put the lawnmower away for the rest of the winter. So I won't have to do that anymore. Yay! That was a good feeling. But I tell you what, I was sore last night because that was a lot of work. Because I probably emptied that mower bag at least 25 or 30 times because like every 5 minutes I had to dump it because it was getting so full. Alright, so there you go. There is that card. Isn't it cute? And then this was the other one. And the next video I'm doing is using another one of the designer papers. That's really pretty. It's got like, it's from the B set. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's got like wood planks on one side and then patterns on the other. It's really pretty. All right, so that is it for tonight. We made it through the whole thing without the internet going out. Let's see. Deborah says, couldn't you have just turned it around and used the top of the punch? Yes, you could. Either way, it would work. Yep, you're right. Lois said, made one the other night, and trying to catch up with you now. Oh, 73 and 75 in Missouri. Wow, that's good. New neighbors I still have not met. I still have not met them, and they're out of town for Christmas. Actually, both of my neighbors on either side are out of town for Christmas, so I was here all by myself. This set and paper will be on your next order, Diane. Good, good. I know, it's gorgeous. I need to get some more, but I can't. There's a limit of 2, so I can't get any more till the 4th. Oh, also, don't forget, the last chance sale is going on right now, so you only have about another week or so to get all the retiring stuff from the Holiday Mini, and the Eden's Garden Special is going to be gone. The paper that's in that is going to be gone. It either sells out or it's gone January 4th. So get it while you can. I know we've only got a week left. Maybe I'll do a sale. I don't know. Does anybody want to buy anything the next few days? probably bought out from Christmas and don't want to buy anything. Let me know if you want a sale though. Maybe I'll do a 1 or 2 day only special just to get some sales this month. Because I know everybody's going to be buying stuff next month when Celebration and the new mini catalogs start. Nice, exciting times. All right, but if you do want to buy anything, here's the host code till the end of the month right there. Just go to stampingwithlisa.com and place your order. I'd love to have you as a customer. And you can order anytime, and I send you a gift for any order over $50. So, love to have you as a customer. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Christmas. I know I feel special because you spent part of Christmas Day with me. And I'm happy to have you here with me because I love having comments and people watching while I am doing it so you can see if I mess up. Oh, I did figure out how to cut off the end of the video though the other day. It's really easy too. It wasn't that hard. So I learned something from the last video. It's how to edit the end of it to cut it off because I didn't want to show like the beginning of this part. All right, you guys have a great rest of your night. And, oh, Carol, yep, you missed it. You have to go back and watch. I will be back on Tuesday with a gorgeous, gorgeous card. I should have brought it just to tease you today, but I'll let it be a surprise. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.